Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Commander Spotlight. This time, I don't have the commander you guys asked for, but I will do a spotlight on him because he's just been requested by you guys so much. And the commander I'm talking about is, well, you guessed it, the Exorcist. Right here, this Exorcist being out-trooped, out-tiered, but I believe in him. He's going to win this because of his buff. Now, his buff is Exercise 1. Increases the defense of all your troops by 1% per level. And it activates unless you kill the stack of troops you're attacking. Period. It's going to activate unless you kill the stack. Which is just amazing. So, his defense goes up by 1% per level. So, at level 30, this skill will give you an extra 30% defense. At maximum level is level 60. So, level 60, it'll give you 60% defense. Period. And that's to all your troops. Not just the front row, not just that one stack, all your troops, period. So the skill will activate your front row, your back row, it doesn't matter. It will activate. And if your front row of troops kills the stack, but the skill activated on your back row, the skill will still be up. As far as I can see, it does not stack. So you can't have 60, 120% defense, and so on and so forth. Because that would be way too busted. But no matter what, you will have your defense up. He is currently one of the scariest early game commanders. I mean, look at this. This guy had tier 3s. He's fighting him with tier 2, and he's barely taking any loss. He took probably 20 spider loss per stack so far. Maybe 10 on the bottom row, but still, like, look at that. He lost hundreds of bombers already. See, he killed a stack, but the skill still activated because it activated in the back row as well. No matter what, your defense is going to be up. Now, his other skill. Demonic Seal. We're going to take a look at that real quick. So let's come over here. Let's look at him. He's at the bottom of our commander list. See, I don't have him yet. I have just about every single other B class except for him, which just kind of makes me mad. But, so here we go. It skills by 0.5% per level. 40% chance of activation. 40%! That's higher than Marco's. Yeah, Marco's at 20%. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Marco. Where's Marco? Yeah, see? Higher activation than Marco. Damn. So, him and Marco both have the same ability where they kill percentage of your troops, period. His attack will have to land. So, he will need accuracy. But he's a walker commander, so he's going to have accuracy anyways. So these are his skills, right? No matter what, you're going to have defense. No matter what. Then his S-class ability will attack the whole front row. That's what's just amazing. So when it comes to his Demon Seal, sorry, not Demonic Seal, Demon Seal. At level 60, it would be at 30%. So the maximum damage he will ever do is 30% of his troops, of units, damage to the enemy. So he's 1,000 leadership. He has a skill at level 60. It activates, he will kill 300 units. So that's the same as a tier 3 Shatter Matter Bomb. Just dead. That's busted. At 2,000 it'll be 600 units. Even more. And so on and so forth. He's just killing them, just dead. Just extra poke on top of everything. He's really good. Really good. I really wish I had him early game. I almost want to start a new game and just make over new accounts until I start a game with him. I'll probably do that after I give away this account. I still have another 3 weeks to build up this account and give this account away to you guys. As you can see, bam, we still have a lot of gold. We come over here. This is where all the gold went. Oh, my bad. On this account. Let's come over here. Inventory down here. So we got us a whole bunch of Shadow Matter. We got from the bundle. And we got a whole bunch of Malang. We bought that so we can get our Gale and our Shadera. We're going to rush those two because they can fit any troop, any commander, and we're going to rush them to plus 10. Why the dodge? On top of Nico's buff will give us an immense amount of dodge. The Shadera will give us a good amount of defense. Then we can rush Nico Haro's weapons. And then weapons later on for whatever S-Class comes out. Once we have a guaranteed S-Class, I can give this account away and you guys can just come dominate the server. Yeah. Like, the server's still pretty young. We took 1 capital. Chinese took 1. Then this other Chinese guild took 3, and then the second best only took 1 capital. Yeah, we'll probably take more tomorrow. But not now. Let's get over to his gear. As always, I'm gonna give you guys the early game build and then the late game god tier build. All right. Okay, now we're over here at my monkey. Now we're looking at my monkey's original new build. This could be your first build for Exorcist and just about any Walker Commander too. Now for the Exorcist, you're gonna want to run dodge. Period. Why dodge is actually really, really good. I mean, he already has tankiness, so the first thing, but this only until he gets A class, so you're not gonna really worry about dodge early game. The one thing I'll recommend running on him, because his defense is gonna be up. Period. You essentially already have a Shadera. All right, you already have one, pretty much. This was a very crappy one, as you can see. I made it at 15% or 14%, and then I plussed anyways just because I needed it. This was my monkey's early build. His new build is way better. But you already have more than a Shadera. You will have more defense if you rush his skill to plus 30. You can rush his Dragon Slayers because you want the accuracy when you're fighting dodge. Like the first stat that these give is accuracy, then attack. So you will get attack and a whole bunch of accuracy to counter dodge in the early game where everybody has dodge. After you rush your weapons, or just one of them if you want, you can rush your Gale. The Gale will give you dodge, so not only will they not be able to hit you, but if they do hit you, it'll be next to nothing because there's so much defense. These are definitely what you want to rush. The weapons and the Gale, or a weapon and a Gale and a weapon, or just try to rush them side by side. They're just really important. The armor you can rush last, but you do need one, and it's probably the easiest thing to get. You can do it in any order you want, but I would recommend going for a weapon as soon as you can, just as fast as you can. Just rush it. When it comes to Dragon Slayers, they're surprisingly easy to craft. So let's come over here. Let's click on the Dragon Slayer. Let's click on this. So this one's like 210 and 307. You can get these so easy right here. Just with the daily mop-ups, just mop them up and get them. This one you're gonna have to craft. See, you're gonna have to craft these ones. But other than that, this is gonna be the only one you're gonna mostly have to craft. The other ones you'll be able to farm with mop-ups. If you have a 1K commander, you can easily farm your way up to chapter 310 maybe. Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. You should be able to do it. They're just super easy to farm, and the Walker weapons are just super easy to farm. They're great. What you can do is also you can rush your Airy skin and rush the Dirgs or whatever. They give you pure accuracy. That's all they are. It's pure accuracy. Now these ones are even way easier to farm. See, 210 and 322, but they're surprisingly easy to farm. See, again, pretty easy to farm. Just rotate your commanders, you can farm pretty easy. The Shadera, always easy to farm as well, and the Gale's kind of the hardest piece out of all of them. But that's the build I would recommend in the early game. Again, don't worry about the headpiece. You have to get them A class anyways. But rush this, and you will have a very scary Exorcist. You will be able to counter a lot of people with Gale. Like, people will rush their Gale, right? They'll get like 60% defense because they won't have jewels early game. So right here, with 2 Dragon Slayers, you already surpass them in accuracy versus their dodge. So that's the funny thing. You will surpass them that quickly. And then you just come over here, put on your Gale, and then they can't hit you unless they have a guaranteed hit. That's what's funny. And you already have a Shadera built in. I love the Exorcist. I want one so bad. I don't have one. I'm so jealous of you guys. But once you do get that, that's 60%. That's like a perfect Shadera at plus 30. At plus 10, I mean. So, it's just a really good commander. Let's move over to his God build. Alright, we're over his God build. Again, it all depends on what you're fighting your server. Your server has a lot of airships. You're going to want the God of Speed. Again, $300 on average. Kind of pricey to get. You have to spend money to get it. There's no other way. Well, you can stockpile stuff throughout months to try to get it, but it's gonna be hard. And for chestplate, obviously the God chestplate, another $300 item. Look at that HP and the dodge. Like, oh man, with his defense from his own buff being at level 60, this would be your endgame build. This will be your God tier build. You get 60% defense from his skill, period. And then 120 HP behind that defense. That's just busted. Now, What are we looking at? The Phoenix. Okay, yeah, you can build the Phoenix on him too. I wouldn't recommend it. This is a plus 30 Phoenix, right? The only thing it gives us is dodge. A barrier gives us more defense and more HP than this chestplate. So you can run a Phoenix if it's a super easy event to get. Go for it. I personally wouldn't do it. Now, this is one of the Walker dual sets. We'll come back to that. Other Walker dual set. Okay, one of the weapons. My current monkey, because I want him to be tanky and get as much heal as possible, I'm running him super tanky. But he does need damage. The Apocalyptor is the biggest damage weapon out there. Look at that. It comes at plus 13. So it almost has 70% attack and accuracy on top of that. So it's just a good weapon. I would run at least one and try to refine it as high as you can. That would be like one of your main sources of damage. And it's Walker's and it's the Exorcist, so he doesn't really have a guaranteed hit. So you're going to want just an extra accuracy to help him out. Walkers have high accuracy, but give him some more accuracy to help him out. And then the second one, obviously, a barrier. This is the plus 10 one. The plus 13 comes at 46 defense and HP. On top of your chest plate and your own skill, you'll be with your own skill, which is activated, period, and this barrier, you'd be at 106% defense, period. That's it. That's just with a barrier. With a barrier and your skill, you're at 106 defense. Busted. Alright, let's move over to the legs. Another pair of legs. One of my favorites, the Nyx. You can get them for free. It's just very hard. Or you can drop $300 to $500, which I've seen people do, and just skip the rewards, get to the faction, and get the tokens. Again, the tokens is a very low drop rate, so you might have to spend an entire month. Well, that's four individual weeks, because they reset every Monday, doing the faction tasks, all of the faction tasks, which you can really only do at the late game. The early game, you won't be able to do them to get the tokens. So you have to either drop money in the early game to rush them, or you're going to get them at the late game later on. But again, look at more defense. As they are, no pluses, no nothing. That would make you 126 defense. On top of the 60% dodge from the chest plate, and this you're going to be 100% dodge. You'd be next to unhittable without a guaranteed hit. And just as is, with that much tankiness, that much defense, and that much HP, just so much God. So that being said, that much tank, you're gonna need some damage. I would recommend the Devastation Helm. You want more damage. You can be even tankier. I feel like you're already tanky enough with over 100% defense and HP. So this would give you a lot more damage with your Apocalyptor. Like, it's just good. Look at that. So much tank. Alright, let's move over to the jewels. There's several jewels you can get on walkers. Let's go over here. The Leo. The Leo give you extra attack, right? 20% chance to trigger, like all the other jewels. The attack will hit, and it discarded target defense 100%. But okay, so it just ignores the buffs, and your attack will hit. So that's how it is. Extra attack. I would rather get the Gemini jewel sets for the extra attack, because I mean, again, the Exorcist is so tanky. You want some extra damage. Because, I mean, we already gave him a barrier. We could give him another Apocalyptor, but I'd rather have the barrier for the extra defense and HP. I mean, 100%, 126 defense, yeah, I'd rather have that. Tier suppression. If you see a lot of people with high commanders and they're using low tier troops, tier 2, what I've done is I've used T5. I got destroyed, but that's because I fought a 180k guy. Yeah. I was destroyed by that. But with tier suppression, with enough of it, you can take on like a high tier commander and wipe them out. And with the Exorcist being so tanky and having tier suppression, I really don't feel like they're going to ever scratch him. I need to get him. I need to get him S-class. And I need to give him tier suppression. I want to take him on against a golem. I definitely have to see how that plays out. If one of you guys, honestly, has fought a golem with an S-class Exorcist already, I'm sure one of you guys has to have it. Comment in the description a link to the video. I want to see that. Like, it's just so unbelievable tank. Okay, let's go back over here to the other ones. The Gemini Jewel set, one of my favorites. I like to put it on my monkey because then I can put the gear on anything else. Like, the X just recently came out on my server, so I can transfer his gear to her and you do her quests with that gear, if that makes sense. And it gives my monkey extra attack. Again, my monkey is tanky, and needs extra attack and accuracy, so I prefer this. It also gives him a guaranteed hit and another attack on top of his normal attack. So I like that a lot. Instead of just making his attack land period, this gives him the attacks in land period and another attack, which I like. This is the Libra jewel sets. We went over that. Oh, the Taurus jewel set. I like this jewel set. I like it a lot. The resistance to weakness effect. Pair this up with the God of Speed. If you have a lot of airships in your server and you just keep getting wiped out, this will help you out a lot. But with the Exorcist being so tanky, it's going to be amazing to see him fight. I really want to see him fight. Let's see. Okay, so this one, again, 20% activation, but it only gives you one attack. The attack will land guaranteed at 100% damage. It's alright. It worked very good on my Mia because she had a high crit, and she would always crit. So this attack would always be 100% damage and crit. So that was always kind of fun. But I prefer the Gemini jewel set. I would only put this, or two of them, I actually have two of them on my monkey, just for the resistance to weakness effect. So chances are you will get 2 extra seeds to put on 2 jewels on your set. I would probably go with this, honestly, or the tear suppression. Really your choice. But I would always pick the Gemini jewel set, me personally. 2 extra attacks, guaranteed hit, extra damage. It's just good overall. And that's his build, honestly. Those are his 2 builds. The early game build, the Dual Dragon Slayer, Shadowra, Gale, and then if you get him A-class, dodge. Because they can't hit you. You're super tanky when they do hit you. It's just amazing. Just so much fun. Then this God tier build, it's just guaranteed. You have to get this. Invincible. It's so amazing. It's in the name. It would just be so broken. Oh man, I really want one. Damn it, guys, give me one, please. I really want an Exorcist. Just a barrier on him. I can't get over this. A barrier at his skill level 60 gives him 106 defense. Just like that. It's so busted. Give him dual barrier in level 30, he'd already be like, oh wow. So much tank. I hope you guys like this episode. Comment in the description, or not description, comment in the comments what commander you guys want me to do next. Hopefully it's a commander I do own. I do own just about almost all of them. Again, I'll put in the description, I'll put the link to my Arc of War or Hydra Arc of War Facebook group, so you guys can contact me there if you guys need some help or anything. And just like the video so we can keep getting up there in the searches so other new players can find him and see a good build for him. And yeah, just have a good one, guys. If you have the Exorcist, I'm so jealous of you guys. Alright, guys, have fun. I'll see you guys around.